Hi, in honor of its 400th episode, oh my God, I've done this 400 times. Anyway, this is how it works, okay? You go to the GeyerCookReport.podbean.com. It'll look like this. Right. The GeyerCookReport.podbean.com will look like this. It'll have today's episode. If the date is included right here, and this red text goes to blog.GeyerCookOnlineServices.com. And the reason we've got Podbean set up is it takes the audio and the link to the video. You'll scroll down here on the link for today's episode of the Geyer Cook Report as it's shown on YouTube. Once I get the edits done, it'll be there. Go here first, and then when you click on the red link, it goes to blog.GeyerCookOnlineServices.com. Like that, bazinga. You're looking at the show notes. Take a look at those. This is your homework, if it were. And the homework is so that at 3 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, 7 a.m. in Seattle, we're going to go to https://appear.in/v domain hosting inc. And we'll talk about it. Okay? The show is not recorded, so if there's pearls in that oyster, and the discussion, for instance, this one's talking about SEO tips, you'll want to be there at 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or you'll miss what's talked about. So thanks for watching. That's how we do it. And for all the folks that expect to see this as a live video, probably won't happen. That's how we roll. We're going to have that homework, the link I just showed you, and then we're going to talk about it at 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Hi there. This episode of the Geyer Cook Report is devoted to Google Analytics. Has a lot to do with SEO tips. And what we've done, I'm going to the show notes because I forgot the guy's name. We found the best Google Analytics glossary just for you. And it was done by Tyler Horvath. And we've got a link to Tyler's account at medium.com. And in his post, he writes, Google Analytics is one of the most advanced tracking software, but there are a number of terms and definitions to remember. In this glossary, we list every single Google Analytics term you will hear and give you an easy-to-read definition. So says Tyler. And we've got the link down here to bookmark so you can go to medium.com and have reference to this good resource. And as we go on with our conversations about custom dashboards and other terms in Google Analytics, hopefully this will help. And speaking of help, I want to thank all the patrons, because they are the best helpers, believe me. So if you'd like to become a patron, if you've gotten a pearl in this oyster, be a patron on the sidebar right there in the show notes. Click that. You can get to the other episodes, go right here to this link, and that'll take you to the archive at podbean.com. And you'll notice when you go to Podbean and you look at an episode, it'll have a link for the audio. There's a player that Podbean has. But it also has a link for today's episode at YouTube. We have a channel on YouTube, youtube.com/GeyerCook. And then look at today's episode. I want to thank the people and the credits that we give credit to. Fraser Ramsey, Hattrick and Ramsey Unleashed. They're on heartsonglive.co.uk when they do their podcast. They're in a radio station there in Edinburgh. And speaking of thanks, Eileen Smith, you digital diva, you. Thank you for telling us about Screencast-O-Matic, a great Windows screen recorder. They keep updating it and making it better all the time. And speaking of better all the time, friends just chatting. Facebook group, We've just upgraded their collaboration interface. They can have up to 12 people in a room. The other Facebook group I want to talk about also has 12 capacity, is the Geyer Cook Report. So give those a look. Thanks everyone for taking time out of your day and listening to us today. And as I say at the end of every show, it's a wrap.